Throughout this video you will learn about the TEACH model. The TEACH model, or T-E-A-C-H, was created as a tool and resource for educators. The goal of the TEACH model is to assist teachers in developing the skills needed to give quality feedback to their students, by providing feedback that is timely, explicit, appropriate, considerate, and helpful. You can provide meaningful feedback that will make a difference in the future performance of your students. Throughout this video we will break down the 5 elements of the TEACH model. The first element of the TEACH model is timely feedback. Providing students with timely feedback is vital to their immediate future success. Feedback should be given before progression to a new subject. This allows students to master the topic at hand before moving to more challenging topics. This is especially true for curriculum where prerequisite skills are needed. Feedback should be given in a timely manner, with enough time for future student performance improvement. For example, if you have an assessment asking students to create a visual diagram of a specific topic, it will be important for students to have feedback on this assessment prior to a quiz on the topic. The second element of the TEACH model is explicit feedback. Feedback should be explicit about what can be improved, where it can be improved, and how it can be improved. In some cases, feedback should include examples. Feedback should describe observable changes that can be applied to future coursework. Feedback provided to students should be measurable, allow students to reflect on how to use the feedback for future growth, and empower students to transfer their learning into relevant future experiences. The third element of the TEACH model is appropriate feedback. Feedback should be appropriate to the student, the level of the course, and the content of the course. For feedback to be appropriate, it should include the use of a rubric. This shows students the alignment between the assessment grade and the assessment feedback. You should also consider the level of the learner and the level of the feedback. For example, students in a second grade course will need simplified feedback, whereas students in a high school course will need more detailed, in-depth feedback. It is also important to ensure feedback is appropriate to the type of assessment. For example, a multiple choice quiz will have less in-depth feedback than a reflection paper. The fourth element of the TEACH model is considerate feedback. Feedback should use sensitive language and be unbiased. For example, if the learner did poorly on the assignment, your feedback should include areas for future improvement, but should also highlight at least one great element of the student's work. You can also consider using a variety of feedback methods including video, audio, or written feedback. This provides a variety of students with feedback considerate to their learning style. The fifth and last element of the TEACH model is helpful feedback. Using the other 4 elements of the TEACH model, determine if your feedback is helpful. Does your feedback provide students with specific actions that they can take to improve their future performance? Your feedback should not only identify areas for improvement, but also offer solutions that will improve your students' future performance. Using the 5 elements of the TEACH model, you can provide your students with meaningful feedback that they can use to master your course learning outcomes and improve their future performance. Feedback is not a component of teaching. Feedback is teaching. By using the TEACH model, you are teaching your students where they excel and where they can improve their future performance. Incorporate the TEACH model into your practice today to improve your student performance tomorrow.